Well, here we have a Tandy 1000EX. It has the 5¼ inch floppy on it. Came in a box with a 1000 keyboard and an external disk drive. I really got the box for the disk drive and the keyboard. I really hate this particular model, mostly because of this. Most of the time I've got a HX, but it doesn't have the memory board in it, and it's only got 256K otherwise. This has the 640K upgrade, but in order to add a hard drive to it, you have to have a special connector. Now this is a standard 8-bit connector. I mean, all the pins are the same. I could probably actually take an 8-bit AT card and solder these pins to the card just as it is, and it would work. But it wouldn't look right. It wouldn't look well. And Tandy did this to, for proprietary reasons, so that you would have to buy the upgrade cards from them. And I understand that. But this Tandy is the only the second one I've ever picked up that did not work out of the box. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And we get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, the first time I turned it on, I did get the lights, the fan came on, but the disk drive lit up and stayed lit up, and it did not beep. It did not post beep. And then I took a closer look and noticed, look at the rust. The rust is all down in there. I hadn't looked inside the power supply yet. This thing's been sitting in water. I guess it is possible to abuse a Tandy 1000 computer so it won't work. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, I don't know. I might resurrect that HX model. I left stuff on my counter. I might resurrect the HX model because this memory card should work in there. I don't know. I still have all the parts. I took the HX apart and used the disk drive that was in it. I don't know. Keyboard all feels pretty good. Somebody used this with WordPerfect, I believe. Yeah, that's what those are. Those little red and green stickers are for. It came with WordPerfect. I think either 4.2 or 5.1 came with those stickers. Anyways, we'll crack this case open and see how bad the damage is on the inside. I got all the screws off the bottom, but there's still 2 more screws down here that have to come out, which means this card has to come out before I can lift the top of this case off. Which means all 6 of those screws have to come out before you can get to these 2 screws here. Yeah. Thanks, Tandy. There we go. Take all those little screws and put that together and out of the way. Now this should just rock back and forth, and it should, yeah. There we go. Well, maybe it's just rust on the outside. Nope, rust on the chips. Rust on the chips. Wow. These are 256. This is a bank of 256, and this is 128. That gives you 384K plus 256 in there gives you 640. And now we can get to those 2 screws there. Egads, how could I forget? There's a hidden screw right there. If you break this seal, you void your Tandy warranty. I think the rust voided the warranty. And my magnetic, I need to re-magnetize that screwdriver. Alright, here comes the screws gonna come out. There it is. Stay over there with everybody else. And there we go. A little dirty on the inside, but otherwise fairly clean. Well, why wasn't the power supply coming on? It might have been because this board is rusted. I see everything else looks pretty good. I wonder. Let's try to power it on now without the memory board. That would be a crying shame, because that was the reason why I couldn't use the 1HX. It's because it didn't have a memory board. Alright, explosions are fun. Here we go. Nothing. Nothing? It's like it's not even getting power. Try to remember how to do that. I think you gotta pry these little clamps up. Yep. One on that side. And one on this side. There we go. That's one cable. There we go. So you get the separate wire for all the LEDs. Well, there you go. I could change these LEDs out for different colors. I have a retro EX computer. Take the disk drive out, I think. It just feels like it's just turning. Why does it feel like it's just turning? What is it actually? It's just sitting on a plastic post. Well, that was something I really didn't want to do. I had to break that post off. I guess the part inside the post is just spinning around. I don't know what was going on there, but I ended up having to break it off. This is not a good sign. Rust. Well, looks okay everywhere else. I see a little bit of corrosion, but nothing that should keep this from working other than the rust that's there. Oh, the heads were almost frozen there. They're freed up now. There's our problem. Rust. I mean, it's on socketed chips, thank goodness, but the sockets are rusted out. Oh, big clump of rust there too. Rust on the processor. I think that's, no, that's not the processor. Where are you? Oh, there it is. That's it right there. An 8088 too. It's got rust on it. Well, this computer's completely trashed. There's, you know, I mean, if you got something, you know, a computer gets wet, you can let it dry out, and most of the time it's okay. But if you let it sit in water, then that happens, and then it's not going to work. Power supply is probably okay. I don't see anything wrong with the power supply, so we'll save that. So we got a good keyboard. We might have a good floppy and a good power supply. The rest will be, well, recycled. Little speaker over there. Speaker's not wet though. Speaker looks like it's still alright. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. That chip there, the contacts are rusted out so bad they're touching each other. Okay, I went through and pulled all the chips out that were rusted, cleaned them off a little bit, and then plugged them back in. Some of the spots that looked like the rust was making contact, I cleaned that off. Plugged the power back into the motherboard, plugged the disk drive back in. Go ahead and see what happens. Yeah, the disk drive blinked. And that was it. Oh, it's on. It's on now. Whoops. I thought that was off. Whoops, I had to switch backwards. Okay, that's on. Yay, the disk drive comes on. Just a red light. No fan. Yep. That poor thing's gone. Oh well. I might try to see if I can't resurrect my HX. See if this board will work. Although I see a lot of rust in there too. Not near as bad as this motherboard was. Oh well. Couldn't save it.